At the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. when the purge concludes. Blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn. May God be with you all.
Alright, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all the praises, honor, and glory unto the Most High Yahawah, Ba'ashem YAHAWASHI, Ba'ashem Rukak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and unto the elders of Great Millstone, GMS, who taught me this truth, and honors to all the Akim out there that is pushing out this truth with all sincerity and in faith, and the Wadi Yahawah, Ba'ashem YAHAWASHI, for allowing me to come back with another lesson. And the title of this lesson is going to be that trumpet only blows for so long. And I had the alarms, the sirens, and the trumpets from that movie, The Purge. All right, because as you brothers, more than likely all of us brothers watched the movie or the movies. But the trumpet, it sounds in the movie. It goes off. The sirens go off. The alarms go off, to let people know that when this trumpet ceases, this alarm is stopped, then that's when all crime is going to be legal, and everybody pretty much a regular citizen is going to be vulnerable to those things. Okay, and that's what we're doing. Okay, just like in the movie, the alarms go off. Well, we're blowing the trumpet, man. We're sounding an alarm. All right. By preaching this word, okay? All right, and soon the warning, the alarm isn't going to be, blown anymore, all right? Because soon the Most High is going to bring forth the famine of the word. He's going to take his men off the streets. He's going to take his word off of, the platforms in which they've been, put on. And you people ain't going to be able to be warned anymore, because you're already being warned. The warning is now. There isn't gonna once the destruction comes, when all the things in which the Most High Yahweh Shai is gonna bring, that's when your warning is done. You ain't gonna be able to be warned anymore. All right, whether you took heed to the warning, where you took heed of the trumpet, whether you took heed or not, that's up to you. If you take not warning, your blood's upon your own head, but he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. You read about that in the book of Ezekiel, the 33rd chapter, in which I believe, matter of fact, before I start there, I wanted to start there, but this precept comes to my mind as well, in the book of Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter. This is Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 17. And it says, let me start at 16. And it came to pass at the end of 7 days that the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. And that's right. And that's us brothers that go out to the highways and the hedges, bring forth our lessons daily, so on and so forth. We have been made a watchman unto the house of Israel. What's the house of Israel? The whole nation Israel, from Judah all the way down to Issachar. Unto the house of Israel, therefore, hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning from me. And that's what we do, man. All right, we hear the words. Which, how do we hear the word? By way of of reading this book. Matter of fact, let me start here. This is Ecclesiastes 2, verse 7. And thou shalt speak my word unto them, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear. And that's what we do. We speak this word whether you listen or whether you do not. It says, open thy mouth and eat that I give thee. And what are we eating? We're eating this word. All right. Because, this word is likened unto wine. It's likened unto water, meat, bread. You read about that in the book of Isaiah 55. Read about that in the book of Acts, where they broke bread to every house, so on and so forth. It's talking about the word. And we 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 hear the word and we eat it, the sweet and the bitter. It says, but thou, son of man, hear what I say unto thee. Be not rebellious like the rebellious house. Open thy mouth and eat that I give thee. And when I look, behold, an hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein. And he spread it before me, and was written within and without. And there was written therein lamentations, mourning, and woe. And that's what's written in this book, and that's what we warn you about. We blow the trumpet about the things that are going to come to pass, man. To prepare yourselves, to get yourself right. Now, if you don't believe us, you think it's a game, you think it's a joke, you don't take heed. Well, then when these things come upon you, when these things that the Most High is going to bring upon the earth come upon you, and if they take you away, the blood is upon your own hands. Okay, because you have the prophets here to warn you, man. You have the men of the Lord to warn you of the things the things that are going to come to pass. Okay, all right. But let me read back here in the book of Isaiah 3:17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman to the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. And that's right, when we give you the warning, man, but there's going to come a time where you ain't going to be warned. All right, you ain't going to be able to hear these words from the scriptures which we speak, man. All right, you're going to be lost. Okay, the famine of the word is going to come in, and you ain't going to be able to be comforted by these words. Okay, and then that's when you're going to try to seek it, but you're not going to be able to find it. This is Amos chapter 8 verse 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread nor a thirst of water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. You see, and it says, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east, and they shall run to and fro they shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. And that's right, because the Most High, he's not gonna have his men. See, look, we're not always gonna be here to warn you, man. We're not gonna be here forever to warn you, man. All right, all right, the prophets that were before us, through the Spirit, they were there and they're back now, But see, this warning is only for a little season, man, for just a little bit before the Lord, gathers together who he wants. All right, he separates who he wants, who he doesn't want, and then he's gonna bring the hell down. All right, but we're not always gonna be here to warn you, man. There's soon gonna come a time where you ain't gonna see us, man. You ain't gonna hear from us. All right, it's gonna be like if we never existed, But you gonna remember, like, oh, I remember those guys were telling me this, and I didn't listen. I thought it was a joke. I thought they were just out there for fun and games, And then that's when you're gonna be all types of messed up, man. But now, man, we're here to blow the trumpet, man. And the title of this lesson, the trumpet only blows for so long, man. It just doesn't keep on blowing and blowing, man. That trumpet, sooner or later, at some point, comes unto an end. All right. And that time of that trumpet being blown is coming soon, man. That trumpet from it being blown is coming soon. You ain't gonna be able to be warned, man. All right. But this is Joel 2:1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and that's what we do. And a sound an alarm in my holy mountain. We sound an alarm. What does an alarm do? It gives you warning. Okay. Now you have an alarm to, wake you up for work. You have even like in school, they'll have the fire alarm go off. The bell's ringing, the stuff's going off. Everybody got to exit the school. Go out from the campus. It's sounding an alarm, but soon that alarm goes out. But it says, sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the earth tremble, or of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, and it is nigh at hand. And that's right. We're telling you. We're blowing a trumpet. We're telling you that the Lord, he's coming soon, man. And if you ain't right, he's going to destroy you. We tell you that, Esau Edom's going to come down with great wrath. He gonna be, you Israelites, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, you gonna be the main target. All right. We tell you there's going to be famines. We tell you there's going to be pestilence. We tell you there's going to be a destruction, a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation. All right. We warn you of these things. We're blowing the trumpet. All right. But a lot of our people, they don't listen, man. But that's gonna be to their own downfall. That's gonna be their own fault, man. No one else. Verse 2, it says, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spreadeth upon the mountains. It says, a great people and a strong. There have not been, it says, there have not been ever the like, neither shall there be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. Okay. But yeah, man, we're blowing the trumpet. We're warning, man. All right. The scriptures talk about how wisdom cries without. All right. She uttereth her voice in the streets. All right. Let me grab it. Proverbs 1:20. It says, wisdom crieth without. She uttereth her voice in the streets. And that's right. We uttereth our voice in the streets. We sound the alarm in the streets. We warn you in the streets. All right. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the opening of the gates. In the city she uttereth her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity, and scorners delight in scorning, and fools hate knowledge? So how long you simple Israelites gonna be so simple? All right, when you gonna grow out of your simple mindset that you've been, being into, man? How long you gonna love simplicity, man? You know, verse 23 says, turn ye out my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. And how is that accomplished? How does the Most High make known his words unto you, unto the people? By way of his men. He speaks to his prophets, his men. All right. That's why in Ezekiel 3:17 it says, give them warning from me. And that's what we do by speaking the words, man. Because his warnings, his blessings, the things that he says he's gonna do is all contained within this book, man. All right, and we tell you, all right, we're warning you. Okay, it says, because I have called and you refused. And how does the Lord call? Through us. All right, but you refuse. You despise us, and you despising us, you despise YAHAWASHI. And if you despise YAHAWASHI, you despise the one that sent him, which is who? His Father. All right, the one that is above all, Yahawah. Okay, and it says, I have called and you refused. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. But ye have set not at all my counsel, and with none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock you when your fear cometh. And that's what's coming, man. Calamities are fearful sights. And the Most High is going to mock you when these things happen, all right? It says, when your fear cometh as a desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. So why is it that when you people try to call upon the Lord, that he's not going to answer you? Why? Because you didn't take heed to the warning, man. All right, you reject him, you reject what he says, you reject what we say. Well, you're going to be rejected in the time of your need, man. All right. And it says, for that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. And that's what happens. The majority of our people, they hate the knowledge of the Most High, and they choose not to fear the Lord. All right, that's why our people just do whatever the hell they do, whenever they want, how long they want, wherever they want, And then they wonder, well, why is this happening to me? Because you're being wicked, man. But it said, they were none of my counsel. They despised all of my reproof. And we know what happens when you despise the Lord. All right. Luke 10:16, man. It's cut and clear just right there, man. But it says, therefore shall they eat of their own fruit, of their own way, and they shall be filled with their own devices. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from the fear of evil. So if you hearken unto the Lord, man, you going to dwell safely, man. But for those of you that don't hearken, for those of you that don't take heed to the warning, all right, you aren't going to be quiet from the fear of evil, man. You're going to be exposed to the evil and things of the things that are going to come upon this place. All right, we're coming into the time of Jacob's trouble, man. And grab that, Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it, and that he is the elect, man. All right, But there's a time of trouble, man. All right. Matter of fact, let's see what else. This is the book of go back here in the book of Isaiah or Ezekiel 33 and verse 1. It says, again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon the land, if the people of the land take command of their cause, and set them for their watchmen, if when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people, then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet, and taketh not warning, and that's what we're doing. We're blowing that trumpet. All right, we're telling you, we're preaching this word. We're telling you what's going on, man. And it says, and taketh not warning. So if you do not take warning to what we're saying, it says, if the sword comes. So if the sword come, if the things in which the Lord he's gonna send, as it says in the book of 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, it says what? Behold, saith the Lord. Salakia. But as it says in the book of 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, it says what? Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. So if those things come upon you, which those are the things that are going to come upon the land. All right. So if the sword come and take him away, so if any of those things come and take you away, meaning kill you, his blood shall be upon his own head. So the blood, all right, that is shed is going to be upon your own head. You ain't going to be able to look to the left or look to the right, all right, or look in front of you or look behind you and look around and, blame somebody, all right? There's nobody to blame but yourself, all right? And it says, he took sound of the trumpet. It says, Salaki, verse 5, he heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning, his blood shall be upon him. But, it says, but he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. So if you take warning and you take heed to the word, man, and you actually, do what you're supposed to be doing, man, you have a great opportunity to deliver your soul, man, to deliver yourself by you taking warning. All right, you hearing the sound of the trumpet and you taking warning, doing what you're supposed to be doing, man, to the best of your ability. But this is what happens when you don't warn, because you got some men that don't warn. You have some men that, don't go into that, brother. You know what it is. You have men that just don't. They hold they have their sword, or was it cursed be he that doeth the work of the heavenly Father deceitfully, and hold his sword back from blood. You have some men that just hold back their sword from blood. They don't go into that, brother. You have men that are like that. But this is what happens when you don't warn. But if the watchman see the sword come, so if a man he watches, he knows what's coming, he sees the stuff coming, and took not warning, or I'm sorry, it says, but if the watchman see the sword come and blow not the trumpet, so if you don't say nothing, you don't give warning, it says, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he that taketh, it says, he taketh away his own iniquity, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hand. So the watchman's blood is going to be required if they don't warn, if they don't blow the trumpet, man. That's why you got to go into everything, man. All right, you get to go into the sweet, the bitter, man. All right, everything. Okay. All right. The scriptures talk about how the Lord, he have set watchmen upon thy walls. Isaiah 62 and 6. It says, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, and we are the watchmen. The men, starting with the elder apostles, great millstone down, they are the watchmen. And they have been set upon thy walls. All right, O Jerusalem, which is Israel, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. And we do not hold our peace, man. All right, we know that we are in the time to speak, not to keep silence. Okay, it says, ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence, you see, and give no rest till he establish until he maketh Jerusalem a praise in the earth. So we are going to continuously to talk, to warn, to blow the trumpet. All right, till the time comes where the trumpet this word isn't, until the famine of the word comes, all right. So just a quick little lesson I wanted to bring forth, just concerning, this topic that I had in mind, all right. You watch videos, brother might say something that sparks you to do a lesson, and this sparked me to do a lesson, and the title came to me that the trumpet only blows for so long, It's gonna come a time when you ain't gonna be able to be warned anymore, man, and then that's when you're gonna be in a world a whole lot of hurt, man, But I'm gonna go ahead and end it off there through the Spirit. I pray and I hope that this lesson was edifying, exhorting, and comforting. As always, I'm gonna give all praises, all the honor, all the glory unto the Most High Yahawah, Bahashem, YAHAWASHI, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and unto the elders of Great Millstone, GMS, who taught me this truth, and honors to all the Akim out there that's pushing out this truth with all sincerity and in faith. And until the next time I say, brothers, Shalom.